I'd keep it in safe deposit box. We want something like that. You can enjoy, nobody else can.
Hey, it's Jason. I'm here at the AACA Museum today volunteering, and I want to walk you through the Tucker showroom, which is directly behind me, and this is kind of a mock-up of how the showroom would have looked when Preston Tucker was selling these cars during World War II and whatnot.
Wartime scarcities created a tremendous desire for new cars and new features. An era of challenge and response was begun. The customers let the producers know what they wanted by posting sales records for vehicles and options they liked. And the manufacturers responded by competing for customer attention. Many of the sales records set in the mid-50s still stand today. The wraparound windshield was one of the features that helped set off a consumer demand for automobiles unequaled in automotive history.
So you can see here, this is a 1948 Tucker, number 1022. It's the first one that was purchased by the collector that donated all of these. And he had massive amounts of stuff about Preston Tucker. And you can see they have it on display here in the museum. You definitely want to visit this place. All kinds of cool stuff that you can look at. You can even see there's applications and whatnot on display. Everywhere they had a Tucker dealership in the United States. And the story of Preston Tucker, they couldn't keep up with the cars, so what he did was he started giving people the radio and saying, this is your ticket in line. When the cars are manufactured, you can have one. But what happened was he got in trouble with the IRS, got in trouble for tax evasion and fraud, and that was that. They basically shut him down. But this is the desk that his secretary used. D.D. Jordan was her name. And there's a nice interactive display here that you can play with. The actual dealership telephone. Just think how many folks made calls selling Tuckers. I think this is just an awesome exhibit, and it's like you're stepping back in time. That's the application to start a franchise. You had to state your net worth. These are actual die cast that they found somewhere in Detroit, I'm told, and were able to rescue them. You have the stamps. So if you're into Tuckers or old cars and just history, you should definitely visit this exhibit at the AACA Museum. Just so much information about Tuckers and how they were designed. And it truly makes you feel like you're stepping back in time.
Produce this automobile with the engine in the rear. That's where the source of power really belongs, you know. That's the efficient, economical place for driving power. And with hundreds less parts than are used in the conventional car, there's no wastage of power in the Tucker. And you remember the Tucker combat car we saw earlier? Well, that wasn't a lost cause, for many of the tried and proven innovations of that sturdy military vehicle have gone into the Tucker car. For instance, that individual wheel suspension. Once you've ridden in a Tucker through gravel...
So definitely be sure to visit the Tucker exhibit here at the AACA Museum and learn a whole lot more history about Tucker's and the man behind the company, but the man also behind the donation of this exhibit.
I call it a warehouse. Most people seem to call it a museum. I don't even know the address of this building. I wouldn't want it if I had to keep it in safe deposit box. Who wants something like that? You can enjoy, nobody else can. That's not my nature. I'm David Cammock, and I'm a collector of Tucker things. He built 51 cars, 47 still exist.
Yeah, so there's just a ton of stuff here with the engines, the transmissions, and you can get your hands on things, play with that steering wheel like I just did. But a ton of fun. So don't miss out. Come visit the Tucker Museum at the AACA in Hershey, Pennsylvania.